Looks like the company came to pick up the scrap container and dropped us off another one. Yes, sir. One container at a time. We're getting this area all cleaned up. That's a big one they brought us. Perfect for the fridges. I got to get the gate shut now. This is probably the biggest container I've ever seen. Man, this thing is tall. It's probably at least 8 or 9 feet tall. Most of them are not this big. We got Mr. Sarge out here joining the action. My dad's gonna be holding down the fort, getting ready to load up my sister's bags. Then we'll hit the road. Emma. We are almost an hour into the drive, getting ready to pass through Atlanta. Traffic in the big city. If you've ever drove through Atlanta, I'm sure you know Atlanta traffic. Shaking and baking, made it through the traffic. Just got my sister and my nephew dropped off. They're gonna wait on the plane to leave. I'm getting ready to hit the interstate again. I got about an hour and a half drive back to the house. Let's get it done. Finally made it back to my happy place. We left around 12 o'clock. It's right at 4 o'clock now. My dad had 3 dump truck loads of asphalt dropped off, as you can see. I think we got 1 here, or maybe even 2, and then there's 1 up front outside the gate. Doesn't look like much, but this stuff is like 8 inches thick. Mix of gravel, asphalt, and sand together. All right, so right outside, looks like they dumped another dump truck load, and my dad kind of spread it out. Or maybe the dump truck did it, I'm not sure, I wasn't here. It's about 5 o'clock now, but we're gonna get in here, see what we can get done. This is a customer washer that I picked up about 2 days ago. It's got bad suspension rods. I'm getting ready to take the top end off and see if I have those rods. If not, we'll get them ordered. But before I do that, I found these 2 crates of tools in the storage building yesterday when I was putting away a bunch of parts from the stoves in yesterday's video. And I totally forgot about them. We picked these 2 crates up at the auction maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It's got a lot of good tools that I need, some sockets, some wrenches, all kind of bits and other miscellaneous attachments. So we're gonna get them put away in my toolbox here. That way when I need them next time, I know they're here, forgot about them. The reason we got them is because they were all pretty much brand new. I don't know when I'll need them, but if I do need them, they're all here. This toolbox was empty that I got at the beginning of the week. My dad brought it home. Not too bad. I also brought this washer out here. I'm getting ready to take the head unit off, take the top end off. That way I can access the shocks. I already know what's going on with it. It's just a matter of seeing, do we have the parts or not? I got the head unit removed. I'm gonna leave all these wires hooked up because they're actually still attached to the top end. Don't have to disconnect them for no reason, but this that goes down to the motor and the pump and the pressure switch, I got disconnected. So now just 2 screws left. This whole top end with the head unit will come together and we'll be able to access these shocks. Keeping a close eye on me, Seca. I got the top end removed. I set it over here for now. Got the machine set on its side. I got the first 2 rods removed. As you can see, no kind of tension or support there. That's why the drum's jumping around. All 4 of them are like that. So we're gonna get them 4 replaced and then get this thing tested. Just finished up replacing all 4 shocks. Not much bounce in this drum now, just like it should be. First, we got to put the top end back on, connect the wires back on the head unit, and get this thing tested. Tested about 2 or 3 times, make sure it's not jumping around or anything like that. Put the bucket back on the tractor. Getting some of this asphalt gravel mix, spreading it around in different locations. Put a couple piles of it over here. We got Emma out here. She's been doing all day. Help keep it from getting so muddy out here when it rains. Got all the cables hooked back up. Last thing to do is set this head unit in place, reinstall the drain tube, put the back panel on the head unit, and get this thing tested. Working on these machines, I always tend to get nicked, especially doing the suspension rods. There's a lot of metal ends on these machines. Got that washer finished up. I'm not gonna test it tonight. Me and Erwin are getting ready to move all these mowers out the way, get the push mowers moved down there in the other storage barn, and then we're gonna hit our sprints. Sarge showing up, supervising us once all the work's done, huh? We got quite the collection piling up, but it's better under here, under the roof, than it is in the rain. Another day is closing out. Me and Erwin are getting ready to herd these sheep back into their home. Looks like the gate shut on them and a couple of them were left out here. So we're gonna get them moved. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. And that'll end another day. Getting ready to head inside, get some dinner going. We'll be back out here tomorrow.